Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are diving headfirst into one of the biggest, most world-changing technologies out there, artificial intelligence. We're going to break down what it is, how it actually works, and, why you should even care.
I mean, it feels like magic sometimes, right? Your For You page is just perfect. Or your phone just opens up the second it sees you. Well, I hate to break it to you, but it's not magic. It's AI. And it's already woven into pretty much everything we do.
So, what even is AI when we get right down to it? Well, at its core, it's really the science of making machines smart. We're talking about teaching computers to do things that normally require a human brain, learning from experience, figuring things out, and solving tricky problems. And believe it or not, this is not some brand new idea. The term artificial intelligence was actually coined way, way back in the 1950s by a computer scientist named John McCarthy. He basically laid the foundation for this entire field we're talking about today.
Okay, so to really wrap our heads around AI, we need to look at what's holding it all up. You can think of it like a structure built on three massive pillars.
So, our first pillar is data science. This is the bedrock, really. It's all about digging through enormous piles of information to find the story hidden inside. It's kind of like being a detective, looking for clues and patterns that you'd never spot just by glancing at it. So, data science is all about using mountains of data to spot trends, and then, and this is the key part, make predictions about the future. When your weather app says there's a 90% chance of rain, that's data science. And that TikTok algorithm, it's just analyzing a ton of data about what you've watched to predict what video you're going to love next. All right, on to pillar number 2, computer vision. So if data science is the AI's brain, finding all those patterns, then computer vision, well, that's giving the machine a set of eyes so it can actually see the world. This whole field is about one thing, teaching machines how to see and understand what they're looking at. And the best examples are probably sitting in your pocket right now. When you use Face Lock, your phone isn't just seeing a face, it's interpreting your unique features. Same thing when you scan a QR code, the machine sees that blocky pattern and knows exactly what it means. And that leads us right into our third and final pillar, natural language processing, or NLP for short. So we've given our AI a brain and eyes. Now we give it ears and a mouth. This is the part that lets it understand and talk like us. NLP is the magic that bridges the gap between our messy, human languages and the clean, perfect logic of computer code. Anytime you ask Alexa for a song, or use Google Translate, or mess around with a chatbot like ChatGPT, you're using NLP. It's trying to figure out not just your words, but what you actually mean. So you've got data science, computer vision, and NLP. But here's the really cool part. They don't just work alone. They're all starting to merge. A self-driving car, for example, uses computer vision to see the road, data science to predict what other cars will do, and NLP to understand you when you tell it where to go. So let's look at where else this stuff is popping up. Take healthcare. AI systems can now scan things like X-rays and MRIs, and they're getting incredibly good at helping doctors spot signs of disease way earlier and more accurately than a human eye ever could. Oh, and if you play video games, you've been dealing with AI for years. It's the thing that makes the bad guys in a game feel smart, learning how you play and changing up their tactics to keep you on your toes. Education is getting a huge boost too. AI can build custom learning plans for students, figuring out exactly where someone is struggling and giving them the specific help they need. It's almost like having a personal tutor available 24/7. And get this, AI is even changing how we grow food. Drones with AI-powered cameras can fly over huge fields, check on the health of every single plant, and help farmers be way more efficient with resources like water. Okay, so this all sounds pretty amazing, but it's not a silver bullet. With a technology this powerful, you have to look at both sides of the coin. There's the incredible promise, and then there are the pretty serious problems. The trade-offs are real. On the one hand, you get insane accuracy and machines that can work around the clock in dangerous places without ever getting tired. But on the flip side, building this stuff is super expensive. There's a very real fear of jobs being replaced, and let's be honest, AI has zero emotions or actual common sense. And that brings us to what might be the most important conversation of all, the huge ethical questions that we absolutely have to figure out as AI becomes a bigger and bigger part of our lives. Seriously, we've got to think about this stuff. First, privacy. How is all of our personal data being used to power these systems? Then there's bias.
What if an AI learns from data that's already unfair? It'll just become a super efficient, biased machine. And what about us? Are we starting to rely on AI so much that we're forgetting how to think for ourselves?
These are not easy questions, and there are definitely no easy answers. But as this technology keeps weaving itself deeper into our world, this becomes the challenge for all of us. Who gets to write the rules for the future of intelligence? It's a question we're all going to have to answer together. Thanks for joining me.